welcome to another video with me. My name is Shatori, my pronouns are she, her. I got a request for lower back pain. This should be short and quick and to the point because I don't want you to spend that much time. Granted, what you can do is if you enjoy this, you can just extend it longer, but essentially we're going to hold each pose for 5 rounds of breath, so really engaging with that mind, body, and breath connection here. Like I said, if you enjoy it, you can just make it longer, take the class, see how you feel, and then you can, repeat as needed. Tonight you won't need, I say tonight, like you might not take this in the nighttime. Today, tonight, whatever, for your low back pain, we don't need any props or anything like that. And we're actually just going to get started in tabletop. And I want you to set up your tabletop, checking in with your alignment here. Hands pressed firmly into the mat, fingers spread wide. Core is engaged, meaning belly button towards the spine. Gaze towards the top of the mat. Untuck the toes. And again, we're going to go through each pose for 5 rounds of breath, including cat-cow. So we're going to take these extremely slow, but being mindful to do it to your own breath. So as you inhale, drop the belly down, gaze high, heart shines forwards. Cow. Exhale, chin to chest. Rounding the spine up, pressing actively into your palms. Cat. Inhale. Exhale. Two more times at your own pace. Taking it slow enough to where you feel a nice release in the back. So really emphasizing that arch in your cow and that rounding in cat. Coming down to center, we're going to make our way onto our forearms, coming into Sphinx pose. So on your forearms, going to actively be pressing our forearms into our mat. And as you pressing into the palms, gaze forwards, heart shines forwards. You'll begin to notice that release within your lower back. Now, if you don't feel it enough, you can come onto your palms. So take your palms towards the outer edges of the mat, press into the palms, and come up for a deeper release within the back. Breathing here. Wherever you are, come down, shift yourself back, coming into a closed knee child's pose. Typically in child's pose, we offer it at wide legs, so outer edges of the mat, that's where your knees are typically, big toes to touch, and then you shift your hips back towards the heels. With a closed knee, you don't have to have your heels, your big toes together. You're gonna have maybe about as much distance as your 2 fists in between. You can kind of wing it just until you feel comfortable, because sometimes people have not experienced a closed knee child's pose. You can also come all the way together, but the goal is to shift your hips back. This is going to begin to allow a stretch within the low back. You can come having your forehead to the mat, or if you feel more comfortable, you can have one ear to the mat and having your arms down by your side, palms faced up. Whichever you prefer. We'll stay here for 5 rounds of breath. Very nice. Inhale, pressing yourself up. We're gonna make our way into a forward fold. You can just press into your hands, rising up to the middle of the mat. Fingers, hands grab for opposite elbows, and head hangs heavy in between. Folding enough so where you get a nice hamstring stretch, but also giving your stomach enough space so that way you can fall forwards. You'll know when you hit a nice spot within your lower back. You'll almost feel like you're about to crack it. I crack a lot. But bending enough in the knees to where you can fold forwards and feel a release within the lower back. You can sway side to side, maybe sinking it to your breath. Taking an inhale one way, taking an exhale the other way. Whatever feels good. You can also just stay still. Hands on the mat. Your last round of breath, come up onto the tippy toes and then lower yourself into a seat. We're going to make our way onto our backs to set up for Happy Baby. Underrated yoga pose. So for Happy Baby, you can have peace sign fingers, grab for the big toe, grab for your inner arch of the foot, or the outer arch of your foot, whatever feels good. I do all three, use them interchangeably. They all do the same thing. They're all effective. Just do what feels good for your body. So with that, actively pressing the heels towards the ceiling while also actively pressing your knees towards the mat. So that way you get a nice stretch within your lower body, your hips. Hips stores a lot of stress. And breathing here. Now as you breathe here, you can gently rock side to side. And this will begin to hopefully alleviate some lower back pain. And it just feels like a nice little massage back and forth. Nothing too crazy. Gentle while actively pressing. Staying here. And then whenever you're ready, find stillness in your Happy Baby. Bringing your knees in, rocking yourself up. And we're going to take our last pose, our form of Shavasana, with legs up the wall. Legs up the wall is great for lower back pain. It's great for anxiety, headaches. So many benefits for legs up the wall. But we are focusing on the lower back. So this is just going to be a great way to end this short and effective flow. So you're going to bring your one thigh close to your wall, as close as you can possibly get it, and then begin to roll onto your back. Setting yourself up for legs up the wall. You can have a bend in the knees, you can just extend them out long. Arms can go out wide to a T. You can go out in cactus arms if you want a final stretch along the upper body. We're just gonna breathe here. We'll take 10 rounds of breath here, just to end on a positive note. So really tuning in with your breath here. As you take your last round of breath, begin to slowly flutter your eyes open. Maybe wiggling the fingers and toes. And then you're going to create a bend in the knees, sending your knees over towards one side, pausing there just for a moment. And then when ready, use your top hand to guide you back up to a final seat. Ooh, that was nice. Okay, let's inhale, arms overhead, palms to touch. Exhaling, palms to heart center, bowing the head. Knowing that it is always an honor to flow with you guys, to practice with you guys. Know that the love and light in me honors and respects the love and light in you. Together we can bow and say, Namaste. Thank you all for your practice. I hope you enjoyed. If you want a different variation, if you want just a different kind of class, let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, follow, all the good things. And yeah, hopefully you feel a little bit better. Like I said at the top of class, if you want to repeat this flow and just make it longer, feel free. If you want to do it with music, that always is a good time. And as always, I teach on Tuesday nights on yogaforallhumans.com at 6 p.m. I teach yin classes, so it's typically poses are held between 1 to 5 minutes. And it's really to target your fascia and deep connective tissues. And then restorative is at 7:15 to 8:15, and restorative is just a deep relaxation. So super passive poses. You stay in a pose anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes, just depends on how I feel. And it's paired with music as always. So hope you enjoy. There's a 2-week free trial. Drop-ins start at $5. Memberships, which is live and on demand together, is $25. And just on demand, if you can't catch my Tuesday night class but you're interested in longer classes or classes with music, it is $10 for that. So enjoy and have a great rest of your day.